With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
On the double.
6, line 36.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there right off the bat. 42 yards.
Let's go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
He's got to double up.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Locke. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw it is Locke. Got a man open. It's Ross. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Check three.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight. 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he coughed it up. he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl. And
right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Go on, go on. I'm here all day. Back it.
Lock now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it with Jones. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Seahawks 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 27 yards there, a first down. Now Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Jones. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. John Ross, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the Greek.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just giving them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Patriots.
Bravo.
Lock now on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's good for 28 yards. Lock now. Over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Check my 50. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Switch.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it brings up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about team scripting.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
They look to throw. It's locked. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Lock. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Lock now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
36.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Lock. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Lock to throw for it on 4th. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Watch the screen.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Keep playing hard.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They run on first down with Jackson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They'll run with White. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Third and long here for Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Rosen, and he's going to go down again. Quan Alexander, and the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Rush in.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Hey, alert, alert. Check 25.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A third down gain of 19. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Rosen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Rosen now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Rosen looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Lock now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 60 yards on the draw. Here's White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now it's Rosen looking. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, and now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
We gonna shut y'all down.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points, and then